Okay, so I wanted to do a little horse medicine video. I haven't done this in a while. I actually had one keyed up that I was going to share today, but I'll share that for another day because I'm going to do this one. You can see Aponi doing that lick and chew there. So when horses do that, that's kind of confirmation or affirmation of kind of acknowledging the, resonance behind the energy. So I was kind of inspired to do a video with Aponi today. So in my own sort of interpretation of, the horse kind of medicine, and the way that I've learned to work is just coming out to the field and see what is offered. I've been sitting with something today to processing, and I often look, if I don't know how to kind of sort myself out, is what is being mirrored to me from the horses that gives me kind of a clarity in that. And so when I came out today and I saw Aponi, this is our lead mare, standing under the tree, I was really kind of called to come over here with her and then also share. So Aponi is our lead mare. You've probably seen me share her before, and she's standing under the tree. And so I'll just share a little bit of what my interpretation with her energy is, and then you're welcome to share that. So I look at who is stepping forward, or I'm called to, that has a message for me, and then what are they doing? And so Aponi's over here in her own energy, under the tree. So a piece of that is knowing when to take space for ourselves, and she's a lead horse, so I think part of her own sort of self-care is prioritizing her own energy, which sometimes can be challenging for us. We don't always know how to, or we don't put our energy as a priority. And so knowing that, taking a time out to replenish ourselves, to process, to be in our own space is really, really important to do that. Something that I shared on Friday in the post is, the different practice and the rituals of our energy. So taking and knowing when our energy needs as a recharge and a replenishment and a process is really important. So seeing her kind of away from the herd under a tree, and I noticed for me, especially this year, there's been a lot around, being with tree energy and kind of getting the energy or replenishment from that particular medicine. So that's something I've been doing every day, and I will. The other thing I'll talk about with Aponi, and then I might also offer people to just sit with her energy on her own too, but Aponi to me, so her particular medicine has been a really big teacher for me around connecting with our inner wise woman, but also being aware of our wounded, what she called our wounded woman. And she offered me that teaching when I was sort of struggling in a pattern that I was really having a lot of shame around. I can't believe I found myself in this place again. And how do I not be here? And one of the things she pointed me towards is because you were in your wounded woman, and this other person was also in her woundedness. And so part of that teaching was being able to tap into the wounded woman. And then on the other side of that, who's your wise woman? And so with what I'm sort of processing right now, I can feel sort of those layers of, there's a perspective being held right now from my wounded self, which of course, we all have our wounded parts of ourselves. And what I'm sort of feeling is, and spend time with your wise woman so you can see the opposite perspective of that to enlighten or to support your wounded woman. And where I find the connection with that part of me is in nature. So kind of removing myself from, my own thoughts or the energy of other people, and getting really still and asking the part of me that doesn't exist in their wounding, how can you support my process right now? And so the invitation here, I think when Aponi steps forward, is both that acknowledgement of the part of us that holds wounding, and knowing that, what it feels like to be in that place, so we know how to discern that. And then to remember, because to me, Aponi really is the epitome of power, a woman in power and a woman in wisdom as a lead mare. She really radiates and owns who she is. And so when I'm with her, it's always that connection point to the part of me that she embodies. And so it's have a conversation with that part of you, and let that part of you offer wisdom and lean into that truth, and don't let your wounded woman kind of run away with you. And so that's going to be my process today. And that's my recovery point. So something that I've learned from horses too, it's we're humans, and we're going to often have that place of, whether you want to call it your ego or your wounded self or your false self, that's always going to be there. What we want to learn how to do is recover back to ourselves when we're in that place. And so she's offered that lens of your wise woman, that's who I call it, is your recovery. And so the more we can acknowledge when we're in that place of falsehood or woundedness, we can recover more quickly. And so that's going to be my practice today, is how do I recover myself and choose that perspective. So I just wanted to share that with you. And then, she's going to give me some support, and I'm going to sit here and receive her a little bit. And I'll offer you the same. Part of sharing this video is perhaps there's something with Aponi and her medicine that feels powerful for you also to receive and land in today. And so maybe even there's a lick and chew. So that's an acknowledgement of, this is a medicine that we need to be with today. And so I'm offering that to you too, where that might resonate. And let us know where some of those layers might have landed for you.